What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's been a long minute, but Planet Flight Sim is back, although I'll probably be changing the name to just Planet Sim because I want to do a lot of different things other than just flight simulation. For example, racing simulation. I have this this home-built rig that I did myself out of wood from Home Depot that I cut up. I'll kind of show you guys that here in a second. And it's also compatible with racing simulators. So I'm definitely going to be doing some racing stuff if you guys are interested in that. And then also, obviously, Flight Sim. We're going to follow 2024 very closely. I know I'm a little bit late to the punch. You guys have probably seen a lot of the things that I'm going to go over today, but specifically there was an update that came out last week. So I'm ready to finally kind of get into it, see if they fix the bugs, because initially, bless you, sorry, my dog just sneezed. Oh, Jesus, bless you, mama. I don't know if you guys remember Callie, but she's back there sneezing. But where was I? Yeah, so you guys have probably seen some of this content already, but we're going to do a full kind of just overview of the sim, kind of touch on all zones and all the new things that it has, and then also check the performance compared to 2020, and also see what's new, see what's different, see if it's actually, you know, like a standalone game or if it's going to feel more of an upgrade to 2020. But so far from what I've seen, it's pretty awesome. So let's get into the sim. Let me show you guys my rig first, and then we'll get started. Right, so as you can see, this is going to be our home screen. One thing I did notice I found myself doing was trying to zoom in and kind of move this globe around, just because this is off to the side. You think you can just kind of access free flight from here, but that is not the case. So I'm still getting used to that. I think I actually prefer the old menu setup better. This one just seems a little bit disorganized, and everything kind of looks the same, but I'm sure it'll just take time to get used to. But as you guys can see, first thing we're going to have is World Photographer, down to activities, career, challenge league, free flight. Can't go into the marketplace, so we will save that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and look at the settings. Looks like they're going to be up here on the top right corner. Might be a little hard for you guys to see since the FPS is in the way. Here's what I'm running. I have two monitors, but right now I'm just running one just for FPS, and because I'm also running OBS in the background recording, I was already gonna take a hit. So one screen, it is 2K, not 4K, but we are maxed out. I pretty much have, yep, maxed out right there at 400, ultra, everything. So we'll see how we do. I think we'll be fine with smaller airplanes. I'm running a 47D Ti Super, so we should have a lot of power. Let's go into World Photographer, knock a mission out there, then we'll go into activities, challenge, and career mode and do the same thing, and then show you guys some performance test here in free flight. But yeah, let's go ahead and go into World Photographer. Let's see, which one should we do? Let's do this one. So this one we just have to photograph a Grand Caravan suited for medevac with a bush airstrip while taking off. Okay. Okay, so we have to actually land the plane first. So that'll be fun. A little bush flying here. Oh, I'm landing here. Oh, my controller is all out of whack. Yeah, I'm going so fast. It just wanted me to just land there. Yeah, let me go around. Get some flaps down and redo that. Yeah, it started me out so fast. I don't know what it expected. I would have had to drop flaps, full flaps, and gone into a crab in order to freaking make that landing. That was kind of obnoxious. Give it full right rudder, kind of line us up and slow us down. Yeah, that's beautiful. All right. Thought there's going to be some stuff here. Maybe all the detailed stuff is more in career mode, honestly. There we go. That was beautiful. Hit the brakes. Looks like a little... Oh. Almost flipped the plane. Alright, see a little bit of screen tearing here. So let's go. I go 50. Flaps 50. It's got a lot of performance and it's a decently long runway. Actually, I'm going to slow down a little bit and try to do the takeoff as soon as right here. Okay, I feel like that's a takeoff, right? Let's go Shift V while taking off. That's while taking off. That's pretty nice, I'd say. Let's take it. Hey, we got the wall taking off. Nice. Cool. So these are fun. Also not super detailed. I was honestly expecting there to be some sort of surface vehicles or, I don't know, just kind of with the, so far from what I've seen, it doesn't really line up with what we saw in the trailer. But again, maybe those scenes from the trailer were from career mode, I'm hoping, and this is different, but I don't see why they wouldn't make them both details, but no worries. We'll go to activities, and this actually looks pretty similar to the 2020 version. You have your flight training, which is going to be different than career mode. In career mode, you will also have flight training and skill sets that you will have to advance through. But right here, you just have your regular flight training, just like 2020 had. We got some rally races here. That'll be a lot of fun. We'll do one of those as well. Low altitude and a landing challenge. I think what we'll do is the weekly competition has one from each of these. So we will go ahead and do whatever the weekly challenge is right now. And then that's kind of how we'll gauge these 3 different modes, and then also see if we run into any bugs or crashes or anything like that. Next up is going to be, Red Bull Air Race and National Championships Air Races. These ones are not yet available. I don't know if they're going to be an add-on you have to pay for or if it comes with it. And also, I do have the highest end of the Flight Simulator 2024, so we do have all the airplanes and airports that comes with. Custom content is going to be stuff that we will download from Marketplace once it becomes available. And then Discovery, same thing as Flight Simulator 2020. I'm seeing a lot of these actually are the same as Flight Simulator 2020, which makes sense. The world is the world. It's not like they can make up places to do it at, and if they already have the data, why not include it? But I did see that in landing challenges as well. If you go in here, I mean, it's even the same pictures. A lot of these are just repeats, so makes it feel like more of an extension to a point, but also why not include them when you already have them, right? So that was activities. Next, we'll go into career mode. This one I'll actually wait to do last. We'll get our private pilot's license and just kind of see what that experience is like. This is probably going to be one of my favorite areas. I'll definitely be doing a video or walkthrough. I know a lot of YouTubers already do have career mode episodes, but I'm excited to do one. I'll just record it as I go, and why not just post it up for you guys in case you're interested. Let's go into Challenge League, and I'll show you guys how I did on those. So these are, I actually just did all 3 of these and got first so far out of I guess my squad here. I think it changes every time, and if you do really well, I do think you rank up to further things. We can go to more info, and it does talk a little bit about it. You're welcome to pause here and read this if you haven't already, but we're not going to go into it too much. So yeah, let's go ahead and do all 3. I won't be talking. I'll just show you guys the examples of all 3, and then we'll continue on to the next thing.
Losing rate. Minimums, 100. Order heat.
So that's a challenge league I'm also pretty excited about, just because it's going to be changing every week, and it'll make it a little bit of a competition with other simmers. And then you have your free flight. Looks pretty similar to Flight Simulator 2020. Just a couple things are different. Right here you can change the time. That's neat. Flight conditions are probably going to be about the same. Yep. Looks like pretty much the same layout, just the graphics look a little bit different. But here you go. You can't pick tornadoes, even though I think we will run into tornadoes in career mode. But here I don't see anything like that. And yeah, everything, let's just go ahead and zoom in on an area. Let's zoom into my hometown. So this part seems like it's taking a little longer to load, but again, we are streaming everything, so that could be why. I do not have a hardwired connection to the internet, and I don't have the most fancy internet. I think it's just pretty, I guess, in the middle, and it is on Wi-Fi. So I'm going to try to get a LAN cable and connect, see if that helps. And then, but this is a pretty standard Wi-Fi connection, so my experience is probably something to what you can expect as well if you just have not the most basic of internet, but like I said, just kind of right in the middle. I do see, looks like this is 3D, so it looks like it renders. So I wonder if hovering over the area and having it render like that will help anything once we get in the sim, and maybe we won't have to do double the work. Oh, actually, no, it looks like every time we zoom out, it goes, let's try it. Let's zoom out here, wait a second, and then let's go ahead and zoom in. Yeah, it looks like it's going to have to render regardless, but we'll see. Obviously, you can have your airplanes here. One thing I did notice is in Flight Simulator 2020, you can actually select like prop aircraft and airliners and stuff like that. And here it looks like it's just airplanes, helicopters, gliders, and lighter than air. And I guess other is what, experimental? Yeah. So that's kind of unfortunate. You have to go through, and since we have so many airplanes, there is quite a bit. And they're all just kind of, I don't know, I guess alphabetical order it looks like. Yep, looks like all alphabetical order, which does not help. You got, you know, airliners and jets over here mixed in with bush aircraft and firefighting aircraft, so that's a little funky. Hopefully that's something they improve. I'm just seeing if maybe I'm missing the area where, I guess you could search, but let's see if we do like propeller. What about prop? Yep, can't search like that. Looks like you have to search the actual name of the aircraft. And then your helicopters, gliders, and lighter than air and other. We kind of already looked at that experimental. Cool. So we looked at this, which is very similar to Flight Simulator 2020. I don't see anything too different. You have your search bar, you got your airplane departure arrivals, and then your flight conditions here. And next up, I'm going to show you guys some comparison between Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024, both in high graphics at the same resolution, and see how they compare.
Russell's tower set. V1.
Right now, let's check out one of the things I'm most excited for, and that is going to be career mode. Rise of a pilot. Choose any location in the world where you want to start your career. Okay, so here, I think what we're going to do is we can either pick somewhere really cool or somewhere that I'm familiar with. I kind of want to do my, let's see, let me do my home airport where I actually went to flight school in Sugarland. Here it is. So yeah, let's pick that as our home airport so it's a little more realistic, and I can at least compare it to the real world since I've flown out of here plenty of times. So all right, Sugarland Regional. I think that was a
Hello
generic
there.
little box
You
because
must
I don't
be
think that
Planet
exists in real
FS,
life.
right?
Yeah, I am Planet FS.
Welcome to Sugarland Arginal. I'm Benjamin, the owner of this Aero Club. Here at the club, we provide all the training lessons you need to get started and earn your private pilot license. Then, once you've earned your PPL, you can build up your flight hours and get more experience by taking people out on first flights.
Perfect, so that's pretty
But
realistic.
before any of that, let's head outside and take a flight to get familiar with our aircraft and the local surroundings.
All right, let's do it. First flight.
Today we will be flying in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. It's the main trainer airplane in our flight school. Our Cessna's got a glass cockpit and a 180 horsepower engine. Climbs well and is easy to fly. It's one
Can I get
sweet
in here or
ride.
what?
I'm ready if you are, so hop in and buckle
Let's
up.
go.
Let the good times roll. Welcome aboard. While you settle in, let's go over our flight plan. After taking off, we will climb to 1,600 feet above sea level and then fly over the airport to enjoy the view. Ready? Why don't you start the engine for us?
Got my mixture set. Let's go ahead and put that in. A little bit of power. Everything's on. Lights are on as needed. There we go.
Perfect. The wind is from 270 degrees direction with a speed of 9 knots, so we'll be taking off from runway 35.
Mixture here.
Okay, let me taxi to the runway.
Oh. I was just messing with my mixture there. Looks like the engine died. But it cut to this cutscene, so now we gotta wait. Okay. Here we are. Engine is on. Looking good. Let's go ahead and turn this on.
Alright, now comes the fun part. After releasing the brakes and applying full power,
Release
we will
the brakes.
speed up and take off once we reach 60 knots airspeed. We will be climbing at 75 knots, which is
I
the
gotta-
recommended climbing speed for the
I
Cessna
think I have to wait for
Skyhawk.
them to stop talking
While climbing,
before I
we
can
will
do anything
follow
else.
a
Yep.
left-hand traffic pattern and make 2 turns. Don't worry if it sounds overwhelming. I am here to help. Ready for takeoff? Apply full power to get us moving.
Trying to apply full power. It was just working, so sometimes my reverse thrust gets triggered on here, but what the heck? Yeah, that works. Why
Ready
doesn't
for
this work?
takeoff? Apply full power to get us moving.
My rudders aren't
You
working
handle
either.
the yoke, and I'll take care of the
Well,
pedals.
looks like we may have
Steering
ran
the aircraft on the
into
runway
a
during
glitch here.
takeoff.
Flaps, nothing's working. What the hell? Let's go to settings. Let's make sure everything's actually connected and working. The lights are on, so everything should be fine, and it was working just before because I turned on. You guys saw the mixture move. Let's see. Throttle quadrant. Let's do search by input. Yeah, that's working. Search by input. There it is. So let's go back. Maybe it was just tripping for a little bit. No, still not letting me. That's so interesting. All my buttons are just not working whatsoever. I can use the yoke, can't use my pedals. None of this is working. None of these buttons are working. Buttons on, that works. But, yeah, no buttons here. Interesting. Well, that is very unfortunate, actually. But you guys just saw firsthand. I guess we're still having some annoying glitches. That's so interesting. Let's give it a chance. Let's go ahead and restart and see if we run into the exact same issue. Maybe it had something to do with my engine dying right as it went to that cutscene and it just threw it off, maybe.
Welcome to the apron.
Let's skip all this
This is where all our
stuff.
flying adventures begin.
Alright, here we are. Let's see. Same issue? Nope, it's working now. So, yep, I guess that was a glitch. Yeah, everything's
Alright,
working
now
good.
comes the fun
We
part.
gotta put their flaps up.
After releasing the brakes and applying full power, we will speed up and take off once we reach 60 knots airspeed. You handle the yoke, and I'll take care of the pedals, steering the aircraft on the runway during takeoff. We have 55 knots. Pull the yoke a little bit to lift off.
I do like how beginner friendly it is though, because airplanes have a lot of sophistication. Even these Cessnas, I mean, they're pretty simple aircraft, but in order to get them to fly and follow ATC and just kind of know what everything does is a process. So I think Microsoft Flight Simulator does a good job at teaching beginners and giving you exactly what you need to succeed. Airport doesn't look too bad. From what I'm looking, those hangars look pretty accurate to real life. And that lake's not so brown in real life, but that is there. Looks like we got some guides here. Since I'm using my rudder pedals, or I mean not my rudder pedals, I'm using my racing pedals. What I did is I'm using the clutch and the throttle, and I made them my rudder axis for left and right, and I also made them my brakes axis. So whenever I put left rudder, right rudder, it also applies the brakes, which helps. It's a little annoying on the ground, but it's pretty much the best thing that I could think of. Everything looks pretty accurate to real life. I'm trying to see if we can see some things rendering in the background. Those are towers back there, so it's not anything to worry about. Oh, snap. Forgot that guy was in here with me. Okay, I see some stuttering there. I don't know if you guys can see that breakage. Might be something with my settings, but let's see what it wants us to do.
I believe you have a talent for piloting. I hope you enjoyed the flight.
There's a weird triangle buildings in the background. Look like everything in a like a, I don't know, 10+ mile distance. Oh, we're not even gonna land? Okay. So simple enough. Looks like he just barely let us take off. Kind of like your first time flying ever. If you ever go on a discovery flight or anything like that, that's kind of what you would do. Let's see. What is next? I want to at least get my PPL and show you guys how easy or how hard it is. Oh, maybe that'll be next.
There's a
Head certification to pass your PPL exam. Yep, there it is. I guess that would be here.
All the training lessons you'll need to pass the PPL exam are available here. Make sure you're comfortable with these before taking the exam.
So this is kind of what I was talking about. As you can see, they make it really easy to learn. They pretty much cover everything that you need. It looks like it's not mandatory to take these, so we can just go ahead and take that exam. But before I do that, I just wanted to look in here. So yeah, next will be commercial pilot license, because you do need that to make money, so that's the next obvious move. And then certain things require your high performance, certain things require instrument. So yeah, just like real life, that's exciting. That's a lot of things to unlock. And then on this side we have the helicopter stuff, which I've never been a big helicopter guy, but I kind of want to try it out, check it out. It's intrigued me, but I've just always been an airplane guy, fixed wing kind of guy. So let's go ahead. Looks like we got 5,000 credits. We're gonna take the exam for 2,000 credits. So that probably gives us at least 2 chances to take it, or else I don't know how else you would get credits. But let's go ahead and do that. And there was a lot to learn, so I wonder how sophisticated this is going to be. Oh, it actually says 8 minutes, so it doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. You can choose clouds or no clouds. So I guess it just removes the clouds over the airport. That's interesting. Maybe that's more effective when it's cloudier and you're setting up and you can't see the airport at all, and you can turn this on and off just to see. That's what I'm assuming it's for, but let's go ahead and go forward. I'm guessing we're going to start with the engines off and with doing a possible walk around. Yep, it is.
Ride. Start by removing the covers and chocks, then join me inside.
Alright, remove. Remove. Oops, did not mean to click that. Whoa. That. And let's get the chocks. Oh, looks like it tucked in for us. Oh. Press Control E to complete startup procedure, so I'm assuming that's just going to start up the engine for us. We can do it manually. Mixture up, a little bit of throttle. Let's go ahead and turn this on manually.
Your goal is to complete a left-hand traffic pattern, respecting the flight path and all required speeds. Rely on what you have learned in your trainings and you'll be fine. Now show me the best traffic pattern that you've got.
Alright, cool. So just a traffic pattern. So it should just be easy takeoff, fly around the airport, and come back and land. Let's take the parking brakes off. If we hit enter, it should hit up ATC for us.
Sugarland Ground Cessna November 96711 ready to taxi south departure.
Cessna November 96711 taxi to and hold short of runway 35 via taxiway Alpha.
Contact tower on 118. 6-5 when ready.
Okay, we got our clearance. Let's go ahead and return the message.
Taxiing hold short runway tree 5 using taxiway Alpha Cessna 711.
What I am noticing here is it's starting us out in a different part of the airport than where the flight school is. So that would have been cool if they could have implemented the flight school in with the airport you choose and at least let you start up from the flight school. But yeah, not a huge deal, but this I believe is where Millionaire is, or one of those companies. So the flight school is actually, can't really see it. I'm gonna look down way over there. I guess we're gonna pass it. Oh, actually, this is gonna be super annoying. It's gonna make us take off from the other end of the runway, and this is a very long runway, and we're at the opposite end. So let's see. Where's the hold short? Yeah, 1.2 miles. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a really long taxi, and I think if we speed, we get penalized. So I can't even haul ass over there. All right, so that was slightly obnoxious to have to go all the way down here, but I guess that's what I get for choosing my home airport. I guess it could have happened anywhere. Oop, overshot that by a little bit. Did I pass it? I got a little red mark up there. But let's go ahead, request takeoff clearance, take the brakes off. It's coming in a little hot there. I'm still in the hold short though. Yeah, I'm still holding short. Look at my skid marks. I was on those brakes.
November 967, 11 altimeter, 29er. 902 south departure approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway tree 5.
Looks like my brakes were stuck there. That was odd. I hit it twice. Seemed like a glitch. Alright, acknowledge takeoff clearance.
Cleared for takeoff, runway tree 5.
Let's fly. Now we have full control of the airplane. No more passenger, right? Oh, still have passenger. It's a chick now. Alright. Start to pull up. Condition. Oh. Wings got real out of level there. I feel like there's a little bit more wind there than the first time that we just took off. This one should be pretty straightforward. I wonder what we're going to get graded on, honestly. Maybe takeoff, climb speed, flying the pattern, approach, taxiing, I'm sure is probably one of them. What else? I guess radio calls. Alright, we're at 600 feet. I'm going to start making this left turn. Alright, this looks like 1100 feet is what it wants us to maintain. So I will go ahead and trim it out so we can keep this altitude. I believe we're flying in January, so I don't know if the tree should be this green. Let me see. There's no choice for weather, but whenever we started it said today's date, so I would assume it's using January 15th, which is today. Details inside the airplane look really nice. No stuttering, but I do see the screen tearing a little bit. Oh, we're totally getting off course here. Let's head back downwind, square it off. Ooh, we're almost at 2,000 feet. Oh, I don't think we're going to pass this. I forget that this is, I completely forgot that this is our PPL. I was over here just doing my own thing. But we'll find out. I was going to start over and just do it correctly, but you know what? Let's just complete it like this and see how we do. We haven't done anything crazy that I think would cause us to fail, except for maybe that failure to hold short. Airport's right there, and I'm super high up, actually, so we're going to have to bleed off some speed here. I might have to put her in a no crab. Bleed some speed, bleed some speed. Can't put the flaps down yet because we're going a little too fast. Oh yeah, look how low that square is. We're too high and too fast. Luckily, this is a very long runway, and I've done plenty of long approaches on this. And once we put those flaps down, we can really slow down. Oh, actually, you know what? No, we're too high. We're way too high. I got distracted and climbed way too high. Let's go ahead and announce our landing. Or let's try to announce our landing. It's not letting me. Maybe we got to get a little bit closer. Houses down there look pretty detailed. I see a couple things rendering, but it's not too much. Alright, here we go. Now we're pretty much at the right altitude. We can enter correctly. I'm sure once we get inside here, we can request our full stop landing. Alright, flaps will start coming down. It's still not letting me announce full stop. Let me see if we can get this out. Sugarland, request, full stop landing. There it is. We had to do that one manually. Center button, I mean not center button, the enter button was not working, even though that's normally what it wants us to do. Another glitch perhaps.
November 96711 Sugarland Tower. Altimeter 29er. 9er2, make left downwind runway tree 5.
Ooh, we don't have clearance yet.
Make left
Okay,
downwind
ATC's working now.
runway,
Oh boy,
tree
maybe we can need to
57.
stay up as high as possible before we land to get this clearance so we don't get penalized. Yep, we're not getting any clearance to land, so I guess we're just gonna have to put her down. See if we get penalized for that. Oh, no penalty. Interesting. Probably close this out now. Reduce speed. Ah, there it is. I knew we were gonna get yelled at. Let's see if we can make this taxi. Yeah, it looks like we're just barely gonna make it. That was annoying.
Cessna 711.
Whoa. It's to clear the runway. Okay, that was messed up. I definitely don't think we're gonna pass now, but you guys can see I didn't do anything. It told me to get off the runway. I did. I stopped short, and it still penalized me for some reason. So be careful there. It could have just all had to do with me never having my landing clearance. So not the smoothest experience, but a lot of these things could have been my fault. Let's get back to the parking stand and we'll see if we pass or not. Alright, let's get in here. Parking stand, a little further, and parking brakes. Right. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Although that was pretty awful. Actually, let's just turn the engine off. That's what it wants us to do.
Great job. There's always room for improvement, right?
Oof. That doesn't sound good. Oh, that wasn't bad. A B. Okay, that was an easy pass. Plane handling 97. Respect the traffic pattern 95. That's interesting because I feel like we got off the traffic pattern. Yep, that makes sense. I went way too high. And then the taxi path. Yeah, I guess that's where it hurt us. Interesting. It didn't even rate our landing though, so C was a pass. Looks like we got a solid B.
Congratulations on passing your PPL exam. Hopefully that's the first of many steps on your career path. Your PPL allows you to fly recreationally and begin to build up your flight hours. First flight missions are a great way to increase your experience. Let's go back to headquarters and review the specializations board to learn more.
Okay, so it sounds like now we just need to get more hours,
As you can see,
but we can't get paid for them yet because we don't have our commercials license. So that was our first flight. Looks like next ones are going to be ferry flights. Okay, these ones we would get paid for actually, so we can't do that until we have our commercial. So just before we end this video, let's just go ahead and do one of these missions.
Map, you can see all the missions. There's one.
It says there's one mission available. Okay, so I do like how it kind of centers around where you picked. That's pretty cool. And what is this? Amy wants to explore Texas. She can't wait to see. Oh, this is really cool. Okay, so it catered our missions based off our location, and I guess it just maybe randomly picked this city, which is funny because I actually used to live in Stafford. So she just wants us to take her over Stafford. Cool. So it's going to be missions personalized to your home airport. So whatever home airport you pick, I'm assuming it's gonna pick a mission like this for you that's unique to your location, which I think is actually pretty neat. That way everybody's kind of doing something different. I don't know if I covered it before, but I will be doing a career sector where I'm just going to record my entire path in the career mode and post it online for you guys in case you're interested in following that. If there's anything specific that you guys want to see, please let me know.
Everything's ready, Jennifer. You can initiate boarding.
Okay, on their way.
So are they here? Oh, cool. Get a little video of it. These people look legit. They look like they'd be going in a private jet, not this little Cessna. Oh, gosh, it's a little scary. What about you, man? Yeah, why do they make the people a little bit so scary? It kind of seems like from like a zombie movie. Oh, God. I don't like when she looks at me. All right. Now we can start our engines back up. Oh, clear prop. Clear prop. Almost killed her.
Looks like a perfect day for flying, Captain. On board, you're taking one of our friends, Amy, and her fiancé for a nice scenic ride over the region. Seatbelt fastened? Then you're all set.
Taxiing hold short runway tree 5.
We're going
using
to the right.
taxiway Alpha Cessna 817.
Oh gosh, we're doing that all over again. I have to go. Oh god, I really chose the wrong airport for this. Damn. Okay, well, I will fast forward all the way to when we get back to the hold short.
Hi.
Oh, it actually
Thanks
says
for
hold all
taking
on
us
to skip to
aboard.
takeoff.
I'm
Aw.
Amy.
Well, let's see what
thrilled
she's
fly
got to
over
say.
Stafford
Let's see.
with you. This is where we met, so it's kind of special today.
Hi, I'm Michael, Amy's fiance. I can't believe we'll be up there in a few minutes. Can't wait.
Yeah, it just really doesn't sound realistic at all. The audio, I mean. I think real people would have been the move. Just hire some voice actors. I don't think it would have been that expensive or that hard. It would have made it feel so much more real than these weird robotic voices. But it says Alt-N to skip to take off, so let's do that and see what happens. That's kind of neat how you can skip sections like that. Cool. So we're good. Just need to request takeoff clearance, release the parking
Sugarland Tower
brakes.
Cessna, November 4481, 7 ready for departure to the east at runway tree 5.
Cessna November 44817
Alright, departure
altimeter
approved. Let's
2
get
Niner.
moving.
Niner 2 east departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 5.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I guess we didn't read back. Which, I mean, honestly, a lot of the times I read back as we're entering the runway, so after we get the clearance, of course, so that was a lame to get dinged for that. Unless maybe that's bad
Special
practice, and
flight
I don't
for
know.
me. I'm excited, but also kinda anxious. Hope that's normal. We're
Okay,
leaving
their
the ground
dialogue,
behind.
too, that is so cheesy.
What a rush.
Oh, look at that. What a rush. We're leaving the ground behind. Who even says that? That's the other thing. It's like they're saying things that like a normal person I don't think would say. I mean, comment if you agree with that, if you think what you hear is realistic. And I mean, I think we can all agree that they don't sound like real people, but their dialogue, let me know if you agree with it or not. All right, climb to 600 feet. All right, we're gonna fly straight to Stafford. What is all that for? Oh, it wants me to go left to go right. Okay. You know what? Let's veer off what it wants us to do, because I'm pretty sure you can turn those boxes off. So as long as we're going to the waypoint, we should be fine. It's not like the airport told us to fly a certain heading or anything, so we should be clear. Yep, as long as we get over there. And that's about 5 miles away, so this would be a good time to hit the skip button just to get over there. I think whenever I do career mode, I'm definitely just gonna
Super safe.
fly the
Like
entire
in a
thing
bubble.
and just edit the video out, but for now I think I'm just gonna skip. There's not much to see here, and I've already done this kind of flight a lot in Flight Simulator 2020, so let's do that. Alt-N. Okay, looks like there is the center of Stafford. Those all look like pretty generic buildings. That's not what it looks like in real life. Okay, looks like we're gonna fly a circle around the main area of the what it thinks it's downtown, what it says it's downtown. You just slow down though. So stay below 87 knots, maintain an altitude of 1,100 feet. So that should be pretty easy. Don't want to get too fast there. And I guess there you can go ahead and look at the city they're from. Music's a little interesting. A little dramatic, I think, but I do enjoy it. It does make it seem more Arcadian, like you're on an actual mission with the music, rather than
Check this view.
just flying around
guys.
randomly.
Now look at my arm. Goosebumps.
See, like that dialogue would have been fine, but it was just said really incorrectly. Like the sentence structure doesn't flow. Yeah, the way they... Yeah, I don't know. I just think voice actors would have been way better, especially if you're gonna have the same audio for
Hey,
everybody.
I can see my house.
Are you sure? Too bad. I think I missed it.
Turns out I love flying as much as I love you.
Okay, that was cheesy. Yeah, like they could have found a different way to say all these things, and then also if they just had regular people, I think it would have been a lot better, but I'm gonna stop complaining about that. I wonder if this is live weather or what weather we're using. I'm assuming not, because it needs to be VFR conditions, so until we get IFR, we're probably going to be flying at a predetermined weather settings, or so I would assume. Alright, we're done with that. Looks like we are just going to go ahead and fly back. Cool. So let's Alt-N again.
I see you're on your way back,
And
guys.
let's go ahead and land.
So, Amy, did you enjoy the ride?
Geez, it wants me to do
Are you
a
ready to
big
do it
pattern.
again?
See, instead of
Thanks for
going
the ride,
right and making
Captain.
that whole loop around, I'm just going to
I'm
go
ready for
left.
another.
That's a little too much. We wouldn't
You
do
made
that
our
in
day,
real life.
Captain.
Begin that flare. It's a long runway, so I'm going to do it a little bit long. Just because I'm assuming we're going to have to head back to where we were anyways. Cut the power out, and then just hold our nose up until we run out of juice. Ooh.
And a buttery smooth landing for a perfect
I wouldn't say buttery smooth, but
Cessna
thank you.
817 turn next taxiway.
Alright, turn taxiway. We'll do that. They said to turn next taxiway, so let's see if we have that same issue we did last time. Alright, looking good. Don't penalize me, please. Looks like we're good.
Cessna 817 contact ground on 118.
This is a little past the hold short, but I'll take it. Acknowledge that. Let's go ahead and contact
118. 65
traffic.
Cessna 817.
Alright, request taxi to parking.
Sugarland Ground Cessna November
Put our flaps up.
44817 taxi to parking.
Cessna November 44817 taxi to General Aviation parking via taxiway Alpha.
Alright. Taxi to parking via Alpha. Oh. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Just because I didn't acknowledge. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's really nitpicky, but I guess it's right. That was my fault. Alright, here we are. One thing I did just notice is I haven't seen any other aircraft flying around. So I wonder if we have live traffic. Probably not, but both times that we've flown in
Not
career
easy to
mode, I have
impress the
not seen
locals,
anything.
But I see they're smiling. That's cool. Well done.
Right, mission success. Good stuff. We have completed our first mission, first of many. Got, let's see, 99 sightseeing, flight smoothest 100, landing 87. Yeah, I didn't think it was the smoothest landing. Oh, okay, and there it's actually grading our. Oh, we just barely got an S. I mean, literally just barely, but pretty neat. Not bad. What is this? Okay, this is just kind of what it grades you on, but it doesn't tell you exactly what you did wrong, except for right here. Yep, 2 radio communications, which was, I believe, the one right before we took off, and then the one coming off the runway. So, but that still allowed us to get an S. So honestly, I feel like it's pretty easy to at least get a B. Level 1, didn't quite make it to level 2. I'm sure we'll do that on the next one.
Your first mission.
And that is
Continue.
it. Alright guys, so I'm going to end the video there. I think we covered plenty of stuff, and in my next few videos I'll definitely go into things in more detail and focus on specific parts of the sim rather than an overview like we did today. And then yeah, I'll be planning a video to show off my rig and also my peripherals, along with flight simulator stuff. We'll also be coming out with a lot of racing simulator stuff, and then maybe some city skyline stuff, or comment down below if there's anything you guys are interested in watching that I might be able to do. So yeah, thank you guys so much.